Welcome inside Crew Stadium, where Mother Nature has ruled today. Rain heavy at times. Up until about an hour ago, gradually things improving as we close in on kickoff between Columbus and Real Salt Lake.
Oduro gets the nod as the starter up top. He's got Federico Higuain underneath to distribute, Justin Miram, and the return of Hector Jimenez to the starting 11 is
614-228-1234 and mention MLS Fan to receive your special Crew fan rate.
Well, you can.
By Pepsi, the official beverage of Major League Soccer, and the Columbus Crew. The visitors with possession heading to the north end of Crew Stadium. In the rain, in the wind, we are underway.
Services like this.
Serves it this time. It's a good one. There's a heck of an effort. Kept alive. No, it's going to be a penalty kick as Viana went down.
Well, Augustin Viana has apparently figured out corner kicks, and all you have to do is give the guy a chance. He did so on Saturday. It resulted in a goal. In this situation with the start tonight against RSL, he goes in for the diving header. Lots of contact inside there, gets pulled down. Balchin is the player who pulls him down. Cross body block, maybe?
Awaits the whistle. Steps up, shoots, and misses the entire goal. Certainly not going to second guess a player of his caliber, but with a wet, slippery surface, I would think just driving the ball on the grass.
It's sort of interesting. You have to wonder if maybe he miscalculated his approach and his planted foot. And I often coach kids with this. Your planted foot sometimes is a better indicator of what's going to happen with the ball. His planted foot.
Two are beaten on the dribble by Higuain into Oduro. The ball comes way back out and rotates left side. Anor. In there is Jimenez, skips by him. Williams, oh, that's a great strike and a quality save. Good play both sides. Follow-up from John is Betwell wide high.
Well, Josh Williams got a hold of that ball. And he didn't have a lot of time to think of it. Remember, the ball's pace off the turf has changed because of the wetness tonight. Just by Jimenez and Williams with one time. And he does a tremendous job. Jeff Attinella coming up with a gigantic save. So far, the best save in the game to keep his team in it.
Ready to go. Spies. In comes Anor, and the ball skips ever so slightly wide.
Again, I think Ben Spies or anybody else taking the big corner kick offers unpredictability when the Crew earns a ball from the corner. And that's a great service. And how about Anor attacking the ball, though he's got a couple of walls to get through, does a great job of making contact. To punch it straight out, he keeps the ball going in the direction it's headed.
Clearing header on the corner kick, with the ball's driven back in, save, rebound, it's in! Gill scores!
Well, that's just too bad. Steve Clark did a great job on the replay, and then on the second effort, how about that save from distance? And RSL was slow to get out.
Yeah, Gill was not in an offside position, but you have to wonder about the players that were lurking right in the way of Clark. You can gain an advantage for your team without actually touching the ball.
Makes more sense. As an overlapping player, you tend to look only at the first layer of attack, the two guys who are up closest to the goal mouth, when in fact the goal could very well come and would likely come from the second wave of attack, which is generally at about the 12, where the midfielders are.
That's a pretty good looking ball. Oduro! And it's off the outside netting. That was a heck of an entry pass.
What a service. Maybe the best one we've seen tonight, threading the needle between the defenders. And Attinella does well to get his hand on it.
Through 4 match plans, a great way to take advantage of it. The LA Galaxy coming in just a little bit later on in the summer. Bernardo Anor looks up, whips the ball in, but it's off the mark, headed away, kept alive, left-footed shot. Oh! by Adanella.
Well, he's in just his 10th start in Major League Soccer, but he comes up huge like a veteran does with this save to keep his team secure in a lead for now.
Not nearly as windy on the field as it is at the plaza level here at our lovable little erector set. All the way to the near side. Anor.
Now, I might point out that before that last corner kick, Columbus had earned 7 kicks from the corner. And perhaps the coaching staff thought if this is going to keep up, we might as well get Bedell in there.
Meram. There's the bender, and there's the save. Adanella watched 4 get past him on Saturday in Seattle. Such has not been the case here tonight.
How about Meram, like he did against Seattle, locking and loading from outside the 18, looking to curve that ball inside to side netting at the far post.
He's come up with at least 3 top shelf saves tonight.
It's no surprise, really, Dwight. I mean, he has been the understudy for Nick Rimando for the last couple of years, and I mean, he's the best goalkeeper in the league, Rimando is, or at least top 2, depending on who you talk to.
Well, he's with the World Cup team, the only one in the league. From an American perspective, here's that challenge, and Morales cleverly lifting that ball up, knowing Meram wasn't going to be able to stop, draws the contact. And the ball's in and onside. Sandoval's shot is saved by Clark. It's one of the stories in the Real Salt Lake local media. How would they respond to that thumping in Seattle? And at this stage, pretty well. Anor got in beautifully, sets it up. Oh, what a save! It's Adanella's night into the 87th minute anyway.
Unbelievable. Anor does such a nice job of taking that ball down to his foot, and he does find a target inside. Adanella.
Through ball. Finley. Chips. Tie game!
If you've watched the Crew the last 3 weeks, this comes as no surprise to you. The only surprise to us was that he wasn't starting tonight. Ethan Finley with the cutting run and the easy chip. The ball from Ben Spies at midfield, and Finley with how many touches? Just 1, the magic one, over Adanella, who's had a magical night, there's no doubt about it. But Finley has had a magical 3 weeks.
And Adanella, as well as he has played, had no business being where he was. He was absolutely in no man's land. Clears, that's going to do it. So the Columbus Crew get a dramatic goal late in regulation and claim a point.